Welcome back to episode 9 of the Football Manager Career Mode on 2021 Football Manager. And we're into the Betfred Cup here, the big tie that I hyped up last episode but kind of spoiled straight away in the episode. We are at home against Celtic, looking for revenge for that 4-0 win at Parkhead. We are bringing in a few players. We've got Calvin Bassey, we've got McLaughlin, a few weak, well I'll say weak players, no they're not really weak but you get me. There is the Celtic team, we've got Barkas, we've got Frimpong, Duffy, Azure, Assault, Lake Saltman, Edward. I mean, it's a pretty strong team. It's a very similar team that actually beat us. But now we have Calvin Bassey to Hadji, and the ball is out to Ryan Jack. We are 25 minutes into this game. Tavernier doing the right hand wing here in the Old Firm. It's whipped in. It's Joe Aribo. Buries it into the bottom right hand corner. Gets his third goal of the season, and that is what we're all about here. And it's whipped in. Ryan Christie tries to make something happen but not quite. Calvin Bassey whips a ball in. It's Kamar Roof with his 8th goal of the season, and we get ourselves a bit of breathing space here against Celtic. Now into the next clip, Yanis Hadji launches a ball forward. It's fell to Leon Balogun, and now we are getting some of our revenge back here on Celtic. Balogun, well, that's a beautiful finish, man, into the bottom left hand corner. And now we were making some substitutions here, and as I was making some substitutions, we went up and made it 4-0 via Ryan Kent. Didn't even get to see the goal, man, but at least we knew it happened. 4-0, great result so far, and we have got about 10 seconds remaining, and there we go, the final whistle. Calvin Bassey marking out, man, and no wonder, a load of players playing a good game. Shankland even on the left did a decent enough job once he came on. Here is the semi-final draw. We've got Aberdeen, we've got Hearts, we've got Kelly and ourselves in here. So Kelly won't be hosting anyone because it's at Hampden, so they will be playing Aberdeen, and we get the easiest tie. Well, I mean, saying that, I know Hearts are Championship, but I think they're better than Kelly, like, that's my opinion. Got definite better players. But into our next game, at home against Motherwell at Ibrox. This should relatively be easy enough. This should be get 3 points, go home, but it's Polworth, whips a ball in. It is, oh, just tipped over, man, and that could have very easily been 1-0 Motherwell. But Stephen O'Donnell now up in the pressure. It's back to Ross Wallace, gets his first goal of the season. Motherwell, who are really down in the dumps, man, they're like bottom or something along those lines. They're not doing too good. Have made it 1-0. Ryan Kent now charging forward for us, man. He shoots, it's wide, it's absolute dog shit. And yeah, this was an awful performance, man. For the Heights have beaten Celtic 4-0 in the Cup to absolute piss here. I mean, look at this, 2 minutes to go. We're creating hee-haw, and we actually suffer a 1-0 defeat at Ibrox. So, as good as it's looking in the Cup, the league is looking awful. It looks like 10 in a row is happening. I tried, but man, this team just doesn't really seem capable of doing anything. Next up, on the 23rd of December, which is relatively soon actually, 10 days from now, Ryan Kent buries it, and that's his 10th goal of the season. War was that against Motherwell at home. You know what I mean? Like when we really, really need it. Joe Aribo flicks it over to Morelos. He makes it 2-0. Brilliant finish, and that surely should secure some 3 points here. And as we skip the rest of the match here, there should be no other match highlights. Yep, there we go, guys. So 3 points, but again, it's just disappointing. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't happen in real life, but it's disappointing when you do so well in a big game, just a job out against Motherwell at home, man. Really. But next up, we have got Hibs at home at Ibrox. Tough enough game here, and hopefully we can just keep the pressure up in Celtic, man. The gap's like 10 points at this stage. And now Stephen Davis, who will be joining Rennes, sadly, he's playing this game in a kind of like a farewell game, and he buries it past the goalie, man, and that is fantastic. Sad that he's joining Rennes, but at the same time I kind of need it to cash in. But now it's Christian Doidge, bottom right hand corner, and I mean the free kick immediately been put out by a fire extinguisher known as Christian Doidge. But now it's Ryan Kent. McGuinness tried to get him. Ryan Kent out to James Tavernier. The ball is whipped in. It's Kamar Roof right into that top left hand corner. He gets his 9th goal this season. Him and Kent, man, absolutely flying with the goals this season. That's what we like to see. Borna Barisic whips it in. It's Kamar Roof with another header. He gets his 10th goal of the season. Fan bloody tastic, man. He's on for a wee hat trick here. Kamar Roof, I believe he's the only ever player to get a hat trick this season. Calvin Bassey back to Stephen Davis. Arfield into Morelos. Come on, roof into the roof of the net. 4-1 Hibs. May as well pack up and go home, and that is the way this game finished, guys. 4-1, great result. Just begs the question how we jobbed it against Motherwell. But here is the league table. We are 7 points behind Celtic. Still to play though, their game, but you've got to assume they're going to win because they win every game. But next into another game here, we have got Saint Mirren at well, Paisley, whatever you want to call it. Ike Dormas. Oh no! Oh hell no! Well, that's not good, guys. I mean, conceding straight away to Saint Mirren. Not exactly what we had in the 10. I don't know what happened there with McGregor, the crossbar. But Aribo has played through. Ryan Kent underneath the goalie. He gets his 11th goal of the season. Him and Roof are really carrying this, man. And Barisic and Tav. Morelos, though, are strikers. I mean, I know Roof is a striker, but I'm just playing him off the right. But really, like Etten, Defoe, Shanklin, Morelos, not really cutting it. And what a strike, though. I mean, well, maybe I'll backtrack on Morelos, but even then, man, 6 goals isn't exactly the greatest return for the big man. Even though, I mean, that's probably overtook his real life tally this season. But Joe Aribo finds Hadji, back to Aribo. He finds Kent, back to Morelos, man. Not even looking at the goal, man. He's made it 2-1. Unreal. And now Ryan Kent skips past his man. He skins Tate. Ryan Kent to Hadji. The Kent, it's brilliant play, and Ryan Kent gets his 12th goal of the season. He is absolutely scintillating, man. Scintillating. Woo! 3-1, 34 minutes in. Hopefully, we'll be able to see this game out. I mean, we haven't really conceded a big amount of goals against anyone other than Celtic, so I mean that is a good thing to have as well. Morelos now, it's like the world's tightest angle, man. Kind of like what that guy scored against us the day, Jamie Robson. Hadji now steps over a free kick, whips it in. It's Connor Goldson, who also scored today against Dundee United. Makes it 5-1, and that is the way this game finished. Job done. Great result, but again, it really means nothing. I mean, you may as well be scraping results if Celtic keep on winning, but it's good. And now we get this big update. United Kingdom leaves the European Union. That's what I like about football, man. It's so realistic. Like, it even takes Brexit in the consideration. So the big problem here is European players from the European Union will now need to apply for work permits, which is just going to make signing them a lot harder. But mostly for us, I mean, I'll just be keeping it. I mean, I'm normally just sign players feel like hanging, you know, because you can feel like you get a better deal if you just sign jobber players to the SPL. But yeah, we get the goal of the month there. Lennon wins the Premiership Manager of the Month, which is, I guess, no real surprise there. But Kent dedicated the Player of the Month award to me, which is good. But next up, guys, the Premiership. I think it's the title decider. 10 points we've got in this. We win, it's 7. We lose, it's 13. I even think a draw is not good enough. But remember, tune in.